Okay guys, I got the garage pretty much cleaned up now. Floor, couldn't see that before. Coming around, put some shelves up over here, already full. Got some stuff cleaned up over here, built a little workbench. Still haven't put all that stuff away yet. The old door there became the bench top. Laid it out there, put a piece of hardboard on top of it, edged it with a piece of oak. Got a bench, place to sit. Got the table in there and a little cart in there. That fit right in there perfect. It's nice to get that out of the way. It was always a trip hazard. Old shop lift. Can get to my toolbox now. Got the cabinets up there. Cabinets up there need to get cleaned out. All those boxes full of parts. Got to take them down, go through them. Come over here. These boxes, all these bolts, they were full of different bolts and parts that were all labeled at one time in different cans, and when the old cabinets fell down, of course everything just became all mixed together, so nothing's marked or anymore. Lucky me. I have to separate everything. Got some parts in there for the car, some bumpers. There's a transmission back there. That's the original, numbers matching trans. Some A-arms. The old kegger from a big old party we had here a year ago. Still sitting here. Couldn't throw it away, there was a little beer left. I think it's bad by now. Let me get the back panel to this that we just exposed for the first time in many, many years. It's the project they got. It's a '66 Corvette. All numbers matching. 427 4-speed car. As you see, somebody had gotten to it before I did. They did some stripping down here, and this is where they stopped. I don't know what they used to strip it. I'm a little worried about that. Maybe one of you guys out there can give me a clue as to what I might have to do. Mr. Roach, I've sent a few messages his way, and he's messaged back to me. And hopefully he's still around, because we haven't seen a video from him in forever. Gotta start making videos again. Gasser's glass. You see, we got some problems back here. Got some cracks. Not sure what to do with it. I guess I'm gonna have to grind all this out. And you can see down in some of these spots, I see a lot of glass strands in there. If I can focus that in a little better. Especially on top of the door here. If somebody can give me a clue as to what to do with this. But that's way down the road. As you see, I got to put the whole frame together, the motor into it. I peeled the front end off many years ago when I was young and dumb. I just went at it with a putty knife and just pretty much cracked it all off. Now I realize that all I got to do is take a heat gun and peel all this stuff back. So that's one of my jobs. Until I get some money and start being able to dump money into it, get parts. But basically, I'm not quite sure where I'm going to start with this. My thoughts are pull the body off of it again and set it off to the side and get to the frame, which many years ago I did. I had it acid dipped, and it was phosphated. I brought it back in, rubbed it all down, and I just got it into the primer. That's what you're seeing here. It's just primer that was probably put on there 20-25 years ago. It's held up fairly well. Surprised me how good it does look. It's got a lot of dust on it, but I'm not quite sure what I need to do, because there are some spots where it's showing some rust. Like in here, it's just little surface rust. I'm not quite sure what kind of primer I used on it. I do have the cans. I have to drag them out if I could find them. I do have them somewheres, and I can see what kind of primer I actually used back then. But I was going to do this in an Emron paint, and whatever they use for the Emron is what I'm dealing with. Somebody give me a clue. That's what I want to need to put on top of it to get it painted properly before I started doing any assembly. I have a lot of parts to clean. Like I said, I got these here, the A-arms. They all got to come apart, cleaned up. There's more up in there, up on top of those cabinets. There's other stuff. I have most of the parts to this car. Some have gotten legs over the years and disappeared. I couldn't find any of my emblems. And I did notice that my electric antenna is no longer around. I had the original exhaust system with the date stamped into them. That disappeared. Don't know where that got to. Guess somebody felt they needed to throw that away with some scrap somewhere along the way. I used to have a dolly or a body cart that fit right on this frame that you see there. It's on wheels. That's gone too, so I'm going to have to make up another one when I pull this body off. The inside of the car has just basically been throwing junk in there forever, and it's kind of a mess. But it's fixable, and that's going to be my project. I really don't know where I'm going to start. A lot of you guys have done things like this. This is my first attempt at ever doing anything like this. So if anybody has any suggestions of where I should go from here, I'd really appreciate any help you can give me. Thanks a lot, guys. Have a good one.